Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. If you're new here, my name is Nina and I really love creating content around fashion, beauty, and spooky lifestyle, specifically goth and alternative fashion. So I thought today would be a perfect day to do a Morticia-Addams makeup look. It's also Halloween, so this will give you some great inspiration on your Halloween costume if you don't know what you want to be, if you have an idea what you might want to be, or if you're going to be Morticia. Just, you know, a little bit of motivation and inspiration. I really hope you get some of that from this video. So I'm really excited to do that today. So I've already done my skin prep. I've already washed and exfoliated my face. I double cleansed my face to kind of just really set a solid foundation for a nice, clean, fresh makeup look. So I'm just gonna get some of my makeup stuff prepped and prepared, and then we're gonna get started. Okay, so first I do want to also start the video by saying that I am by no means a makeup artist. I did get makeup education with my esthetician course when I was in college for a beauty skincare therapist, aka esthetician. So I did get education and training on makeup. I just mean that I've never worked as a makeup artist outside of that. So usually when I'm doing makeup videos, I just really want to just share my fun of doing makeup looks with you guys, and hopefully that I can relate to others that also enjoy it too. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do with my makeup look is I put tape on my face. Yes, I put tape on my face. I feel that this really helps achieve, depending on the look that I'm doing, I feel that using this really helps me to achieve the look that I'm going for with having hooded eyes. So I use tape to kind of give that sharpness that I'm looking for in either my eyeshadow or my winged liner or both. Again, it just depends on the look that I'm going for in that moment. Okay, so I've applied the tape to my eyes. I don't know if you can see that, but I applied it at an angle of what angle that I want. I don't necessarily want like super upward, but I kind of want more outward, maybe with a slightly upward, kind of like a foxy eye. I think I want to give like a little bit of like a fox eye to this Morticia look. So next I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow primer. Right now I don't have a specific eyeshadow primer, so I'm just using face primer on my eyelids. I have not been very good at getting an eyeshadow primer. I just do like 1 or 2 dots on my fingertips and then I just apply it. And usually I like to let the primer kind of settle before I start working with it. And I go all the way to about right here with the primer because we're doing winged liner, or a winged kind of smoky eye look today. Now that my eyeshadow primer has settled a little bit, I go in with some concealer to act as the base, just to kind of help allow the eyeshadow to kind of just pop, or to look a little bit more bold, depending on, again, just depending on the look that I'm going for. So I just do a little bit of that, and I'm doing a little bit of that. And today I'm using a disposable a disposable sponge. I feel that these work really, really well when they're damp. They don't absorb as much. So sometimes I'll use a beauty blender, other times I will use one of these. I just really love the more dense, I guess I'll say, that this sponge is, and it doesn't soak up as much if it's damp, and it creates really smooth application too, so I really like that. That looks pretty good. So next, so the eyeshadow palette I'm going to use today is the Blow and Smoke by ColourPop. And I think the color I'm going to start with in my crease, or to create My crease is, I think, stone face up here. And I'm just gonna kind of apply it where my crease is, but I'm gonna go just a little bit above my crease because I have hooded eyes, which means my crease kind of disappears into the back of my eyelid when my eyes are open. So to make it look like I have a crease, I kind of have to go just slightly above that. I still go in my crease, I still do that. I just take the eyeshadow just slightly a bit above it to allow that to show and it doesn't fully disappear. So this is a very, very light gray. It's not supposed to be super pigmented. That's not what I want this to do, or that's not the look that I'm going for, but I'm just basically kind of creating a blending color, I guess you would say. Again, like I said, I am not a makeup artist, so I just don't know some of like the makeup terms and things like that. I'm sure I could learn. So next I am taking the white in Young Love, and I'm just kind of dabbing a little bit on my finger, and I'm putting it all down here on the lower lid. Not too much. I don't want like full on white, but I want a little bit of like kind of like highlight there. Kind of like this. So I just need to add a little bit more. Just a small dab. And also blend that out. Okay, next I think I'm going, I don't know if I want to go in with a dark gray or if I want to go in with some black. I'll go ahead and start with dark gray because I can always go a little bit darker if I need to with the black, whereas if I start with black right away and it's too dark, I can't undo that. So I'll start with dark gray, and then if it feels like it's not quite as dark as I want it, then I can go in with the black. So I'm gonna go and take this gray in Slated, and I'm also gonna use my fluffy brush, and I'm gonna keep it more to the outside. And then I'm just gonna kind of slowly kind of bring it in, but I want most of the color to be on the outside. I don't want to bring all the eyeshadow completely towards the inner eye. That's not the look that I want to go for. I am bringing some of the shadow in a little bit, but just the excess. I'm not adding more shadow and darkening up my inner corner because that's not what I want. I'm just bringing what I have and I'm bringing it in a little bit just to help blend it, but you don't want the color in the inner corner, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take a short, little bit more flat, fluffy brush like this. I hope you guys can see that. And I'm going to take a little bit of the black, just a small dab, because you don't want this too dark unless that's the look that you want, but that's not the look that I want for this video. So I'm just going to do one dab, maybe two dabs, just like small little dabs, not this, just boop. And I'm going to keep it to the outside, and I'm going to kind of draw just a small little line on how I want it to look or where I want it to go. And then I'm just gonna take that and just blend. Okay. And then I'm just gonna really blend it out so the line isn't so harsh. And I'm following that up into my crease. Up into here where the crease is. Okay, so this looks a little bit darker than this side, so I'm going to do one more dab, just really small. And then I'm just going to kind of add that and just continue doing what I'm doing. Okay, I like how that looks, but I'm going to take the fluffy brush and just kind of blend just a little bit more I don't want this look to be too harsh at all. Next, I am going to take my angled brush like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. My angled brush. And I'm going to use the black called Let's Do It. And I'm just gonna kind of dab like that, like once or twice. And I'm gonna go right here and I'm gonna draw how I want my eyeliner to look before I go over it with liquid liner. So I want to do more of like a foxy eye with this Morticia, so I don't want to do really thick or big eyeliner at all, because I want more of a foxy eye. So I am starting here and I'm just drawing the line. And the tape kind of acts as a barrier from taking it too low or doing a weird angle. That's why I usually like to use the tape. And I just keep drawing a straight line like this. Like I'll close my eye like halfway. And I will stop like right at the center of my eyelid here. And I will just kind of draw like a straight line to the tape. You see how it looks really straight here? And I'm just gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. And if I mess up a little or it's not as straight, I can take a Q-tip and just kind of very lightly straighten it out. Okay, so this is how I want my eyeliner to look. I'm actually kind of liking the shadow a little bit better, so I think I'm gonna blend it out a little bit and then go over it a little bit with the liquid liner. So I'm gonna take my flat brush and I'm just gonna kind of blend this a little bit. Not too much. I want this eyeliner part to still be a little bit more dark and harsh than the shadow that we did. I just wanted a little more soft than harsh lines. So you still see the line, but how it's kind of more softly blended. I use the liquid liner in e.l.f. I think this is only like $5 at Ulta or wherever drugstore you want to go to get it. And with this liquid liner, I'm gonna go about like right here. And I'm gonna do my liquid liner a little bit smaller than the black liner shadow that I just did. I'm still gonna follow it, but I'm not gonna completely cover the whole thing. So I'm gonna do that, just that with the liquid liner. I'm not gonna cover the whole thing of what I did because I still want some of that to show. Again, I'm just gonna do it more, I'm doing the liquid liner smaller, a little bit smaller than the full eyeshadow that we just did. So basically I'm not covering the entire shadow eyeliner. That is what I wanted to do at first, but I liked a little bit more of the blended out look. So I am just doing a little bit smaller liner so that it doesn't fully cover the eyeshadow liner that we did. Or that I did, I should say. The end of it, about like right here. I'm not going all the way out with it. So the eyeliner should look like this. And it'll look different when we pull the tape off and there's a more really precise, clean line. It looks a little weird now because some of the eyeshadow and the eyeliner have gone past the tape line onto the tape itself. So when we peel it off, it's gonna look different. So now I'm going to go ahead and prep my brows with NYX, what is it? The brow glue, with the NYX brow glue. There's another product that they just came out that was also brow glue, but it's like got a little rubber applicator, and I want to try that. So if you guys have tried it, comment down below and tell me if you like it or if you like the brush application better, because I really want to try it. So I'm just applying this into my brow, and I'm taking my brow up. I'm combing upwards. And then I kind of like shape my brows like that. And now I'm going to do the same to the other side. Okay, to do a little bit more of the next step with the eyes, I'm going to apply maybe 1 or 2 coats of mascara, and I am using Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize mascara. I really like it so far. It took some getting used to for me, but over time I did like it. I do like it, I should say, not did. But just a little mascara here. Not too much because I am going to apply some lashes, so there we go. And now we're going to move on to doing the face and our foundation. So now I'm gonna go ahead, dry the eyeliner a little bit more. I think it's fully dry. And we're gonna take the tape off now. Boom, and it should look like that. So you can see that some of the black eyeshadow and eyeliner kind of went over the tape line, so the eyeliner did look a little misshapen, but that's where the tape helps a lot. I really love using the tape. And it should look like that. Tape is very, very useful in helping getting clean lines like that. I really like using tape. Next step I'm going to do is now I'm going to put primer on my face and get ready to start doing foundation. I usually normally like to do my eye look first, because I don't, sometimes with eyeshadow and I'm kind of like blending it out, I get fallout down under here. So I don't like applying foundation and then I go to try and remove the fallout and then I'm removing my foundation. So I like to kind of go backwards and do my eye makeup and then I'll go in and do my foundation. So I'm using my One Size face primer again for this. And I only do about that much for my face. I really love this primer, it's awesome. And then I swipe, swipe, swipe. I basically try to apply it evenly before I start blending it out into my face. Okay, and once this has set, I'm going to use the Matte Poreless foundation by Maybelline. This is my go-to foundation. It's the one that I like the most. Okay. So I just put a little bit on my hand and I'm taking a little bit and just kind of blending it out and then applying to my face. So I'm now finished with the foundation. I blended it down into my neck to about like right here. And now what I'm going to do, all right, I think I'm going to do my concealer next. When I was applying my foundation, I made sure to be very light here because I'm going to add concealer here. I usually just do like a swipe and a swipe, and then I just kind of blend it out where I want it. I just usually normally use excess. I don't like to do too much concealer because concealer can be kind of thick, and I don't want my makeup to look cakey throughout the day, so. Okay, and then next I'm going to take my contour. I use the Sephora contour stick. This is the lightest contour shade that I could find. It's a very, very light neutral brown. I was looking for like really true gray type of contour, and I couldn't find it, so I think I'm gonna have to order it online. But this is the most neutral that I could find. So I'm going to, let's see, I have an oval shaped face, so I like to apply my contour here, just underneath my cheekbones, because I have high cheekbones. And I want to accentuate my cheekbones, so do a little bit up here and a little bit up here. And then I also contour my nose like that. I just kind of use the edge corners of it, and then I just go boop, like that. And now I'm going to blend that out. And I usually start from where I started and blending it backwards. That way I'm not blending it down my face and I'm bringing it too far close to my mouth. I know some people do that with their makeup look, but I don't want that for me, so. Sometimes I'll do it depending, again, just depends on the look that I'm doing, and sometimes I'll do it if I really want that really defined, but I don't want that look this time, so. And then I'm gonna go up here, and it's the same for if I'm blending up here. I usually keep it side to side going upward like this. I go upward as I'm dabbing like this. That way I'm not blending downward and bringing my contour down, and then it's weirdly shaping my face. So I blend it upward. Then my contour, I go down and I dab it, and then sometimes I do some excess, get some of the excess off, and then I will continue blending it out. Okay, and now I am going to, let's see, I think what I want to do next is my brows. So I have been using the L'Oreal Paris Faux Brow, and I really like this a lot. You shake it, you can hear that. You shake it to kind of blend it out, and it has like these like bristles, and this is my favorite part. I really, really love this. And I just start stroking around my brow to create hair strokes. And I feel like if it's looking a little too defined, then I'll just take my brush and I'll just kind of like blend it out a little bit. So it looks like that. And then I'll do the same on the other side. And your brows should look like this. I really love my brows. Next, I am going to take my eyeliner, and this is by Makeup Revolution, the Streamline eyeliner. I've been really using this, so the name doesn't show on it anymore. But I'm just going to apply this to my waterline. So I have sharpened it a little, and I'm just going to apply this to the upper part of my waterline. And then it kind of really brings the eyeliner look together. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit in my lower line. And then I'm going to take my angled brush, and I'm going to take the dark gray in Slated, and I'm going to do just a tiny bit on my bottom. So I'm only just going to dab it like that. And then I'm going to place it as close to my waterline, underneath my lashes, my bottom lashes, as close to my waterline as I possibly can. Like that. And I'm going to try and blend it out a little bit. And now I'm just taking a fluffy brush and I'm lightly just blending it out. So then your eye makeup should look like this. So I'm feeling really good about my overall makeup, and before I use powder to kind of set it down in place, I am going to go ahead and outline my lips. Use a black lip liner for this. Again, I have loved this very, very well. It's NYX Suede in black, and I'm just going to outline my lips with it before I apply the red lipstick. And I'm just following the line of my lips, but I'm kind of going on top of my line. And now, before I go in with finishing up the rest of my makeup, I'm now going to set it with a powder puff and press powder by Maybelline Fit Me. And this is just in this shade 100 for translucent. And I just dab like this. I don't use a brush and brush it around, I just dab. And I'm just kind of doing this. I'm not rubbing it and getting a lot of powder, because you don't want to do too much powder. Because too much powder can over dry your face, and your face will want to produce more oil through your makeup to make up for the dryness. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some lashes now. And the lashes I'm going to apply, since I'm doing a foxy look, I'm using Ardell in 424. These are more of like shorter in the inner corner and longer on the outer corner, so it's kind of creating that foxy eye look, which is the look that I want to go for with this Morticia look. So I'm going to use these lashes. And for my glue, I like to use the glue in Duo, and I like to get the brush application in the Duo because I feel it's easier to apply it to the band and then apply a little bit to your lid to make sure it really holds the lash in place. I've had a lot of success with that versus just only applying to the lash and then sticking it. I still have my lashes that fall off if I do it that way, so I like the brush application a lot better. So I just take the brush and I just apply it on the band like this. I hope you guys can see that, but I just apply it like that. And then I take a little bit of excess. I don't dip it again because you don't want to do too much. I just have the excess and I just apply really thin to where I want to place it on my lid, the lash on my lid. Just like that. And then I wait about I wait like about a minute, let this dry down because you want it to get tacky and sticky. You don't want to apply it wet. Okay, so I applied one lash to this side, and as you can see, it's longer on the outer corner and a little shorter on the inner corner. And now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, I have both lashes on. Now I'm going to move forward with the finishing touches, applying my lipstick, and I will see you when I get back. Okay, and here is the finished look of Morticia makeup look. I used the Maybelline Superstay 24 color lipstick, and I don't think it tells me what shade it is. I think it's called Keep Up the Flame, I think is what the shade is called. I don't know if they still have it, but that's the lipstick color that I'm wearing. And then I'm wearing a Morticia dress from Foxblood. I hope this video inspired you to do your own Morticia makeup look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you think I should try other makeup looks, or what was your favorite part about this video, or if you just have questions about something that I did that maybe might have not seemed clear. I'm always happy to help. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!